Looks like we need a new thermostat. Alright, so what's up guys? Happy Saturday. I'm happy to say we got something for the driveway today. So we are working on the E46 and we are going to be doing a cooling system overhaul. We are going to be replacing the water pump, the thermostat, the upper and lower radiator hoses, and we're going to drain the coolant first off. So let's get started with that. Again, whenever you're working underneath your car, make sure you jack it up and put some jack stands. I've also got some ramps just in case for some reason there's an earthquake and the stands fail. I should be safe. All right, first things first, you're gonna remove the reservoir cap and you're gonna loosen the bleeder screw there with a Phillips head. Now underneath the vehicle, remove your protective shield here and you're gonna find two blue drain plugs. Unscrew those and you're in business. Next, we're going to take off the air box and the electric fan. And I believe you guys have seen me do this before, so I'm just going to knock it out real quick. All right. So now that that's done, we are going to remove the hoses. All right, so for these hoses, just lift these up. There's another one back here. Here's your thermostat. Want to slide one of these babies in there, pop that off, and we're going to do the same for this one. And there's another clip down here, right there. All right, and then this sensor here, you just push this in and pull up, it'll pop right off. This doesn't seem to want to budge, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the reservoir off. So we're gonna need two, there's another clip right there, we'll need to pop up. Down here, you'll see a clip I already pulled out. You can kind of see it better from underneath. This is the clip that holds it on, just pull that out, and should be able to pull right out. Okay, a couple of shakes, that pops off, and then this should just pull right up. All right guys, my bad, that won't work because the upper radiator hose is still attached to the radiator. So we won't be able to remove the reservoir. Yeah, what I did, I just used a flathead screwdriver, block the sun there, sorry, and just popped off the hose, and the reservoir is loose. All right, guys, when we're removing the reservoir, I found out there is one more hose right there at the bottom, and you just same deal, pull the clip and then pop it off. All right, the reservoir is out, it's right there, chilling. Next, we are going to take this radiator hose off. I already popped this off the thermostat, and this one right here just has a little sensor here. You just pull this clip right off, and then it's another one of those clips here. Pop that off or pop it up. All right, just shimmy it back and forth. Comes right off. Okay guys, thermostat 1, 2, 3, and then you got a fourth here that's a different size, and we're gonna push this down and then out. The final drain plug will be located on the passenger side and is right on the engine block. That is a 13 millimeter. In order to get to it, you'll need an extension and another extension, one of these babies, and of course a 13 millimeter. Careful loosening that one up. Just letting you know, when you remove that last drain plug, it's gonna come pouring out. So some safety goggles probably would have been smart. We're ready to take the thermostat off. There should be no coolant in this car now. Again, this is 10 millimeter, 13 millimeter, and then two more 10s underneath. We're gonna take this off, and then we'll start working on the water pump. This should be pushed forward. slack. Since this still has tension on it with the belt, we're going to go ahead and loosen these 10mm bolts. Took the cap off of the tensioner. We're going to need a T50 here and a breaker bar. And we're going to move clockwise. Be very careful not to strip the tensioner. So make sure the T50 is in there properly. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. All right, see, there you go. It's just gonna move a little bit, just enough to pop the belt off. Get your 10mm again. I'm gonna take this off. Now with those 4 off, now your pulley should pop off. This is an aftermarket ECS tuning water pump pulley. It's lightweight and cool looking. Go ahead and pick one up, they're pretty inexpensive. I think those are 10mm. Yes, those are 10mm. So you're gonna remove these nuts, and then I'll show you what to do next to actually get the O-ring to pop out. These are your thermostat bolts from earlier, and you're gonna thread those into the side. I shot some WD-40 in there just so the threads wouldn't get all gummed up. Again, these are the bolts that came with the thermostat. You just took them off and you're just using them to help you remove it. Let me see if it'll pop out. There we go. And here's the old water pump. You can tell this is a plastic impeller. We're going to be replacing it with a metal one. The way this gets installed is make sure whatever the hell this is pointed down. And just kind of get the O-ring seated in there nicely. Next, we install our pulley. You won't be able to fully tighten these at this moment because the belt is not attached. T50. Again, being very careful. Loose the slack, bring it around the pulley, let it go. Again, I don't know the exact torque specs, just snug is fine. Pulley's on, pump is on. Now we do the thermostat. It's a brand new thermostat. I'm gonna pop that on. We're gonna sit it down, slide it in, and then we're gonna go counterclockwise till this hole matches this hole. You're gonna put your 10s in first, or your 13, whichever, and because this is still kind of moving around. And careful with the bottom ones. Let's get it snug. Remember, all these parts are plastic. I'm gonna put this back on. This is your thermostat sensor. Now we're doing the hoses. We're gonna start with the passenger side hose. It goes like this. We're gonna put the brand new temp sensor on. Just make sure this lines up with this. It's getting on the radiator. This way. Also on your hoses, you got 2 little notches there. Just match them up. I think we're ready for the reservoir. Your new reservoir will be missing a bottom piece that you need from your old reservoir. Just pop this clip off, and you're just gonna have to use some force. And you're gonna need this. This is actually your bracket that hooks up to the radiator. Without this, you won't be able to mount the new one. Okay, there you go. And then just close this clip, and that'll hold it on. So we're gonna slide this thing on. This is the bottom hose. There we go. When mounting the reservoir behind this bracket on the radiator, all right, put that thumb right there, and then make sure that the bracket on the reservoir is positioned right over the notches, and then just give it a quick tap on top. We're gonna put this hose on, and these are actually sliding on real easily. All right, this is the new hose. Again, these clips, you just wanna pop them up. So we're gonna slide that on like that. And we're gonna put this one over. You wanna fill this gap right here. So just push, push, push till that's gone. Same up top. There you go. All that's left is to add coolant. Right now, you just want to double check, make sure everything is tight, make sure all your hoses are snug. Before you start adding coolant, make sure you reinstall your drain plugs, the one on the radiator and the one on the reservoir itself. So all that's left is to add coolant. So what we're gonna do, start here, and you're gonna loosen this new bleeder screw. Okay guys, not a bad day. We got a lot of stuff done on the E46. The check engine light is gone, so that means I can get this thing inspected finally. I think I just need a tire on this. I think I'm probably just gonna roll with the old tires for now. But this car's ready to go. You wanna do a test drive, carefully check your engine coolant levels when you get back because the engine will be hot. And then top it off with coolant as needed. All right guys, that's all I got. If this helped you out, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more content. Peace. Before you go, a quick tip on these hose clamps right here. If you want to kind of get to them real quick and you got one of these screwdrivers with the multiple bits, 9 times out of 10 that should fit. Bam, just saved you 5 minutes.